Brian Stan fight, and that was another, WEC that moved all their 185s over to the UFC. They haven't done very well. So Brian Stan used to be the WEC 185 champ.
Well,
he was pretty outclassed in that one.
And he's always stated that he's green and has to develop on the ground, and then they kind of got him by on the heart and punching power. So I mean, they never really, even when he was with the WEC, they didn't make a lot of bones about the fact that he had a lot to learn still.
Yeah. And Christoph looked pretty tough though.
He's had a million fights.
Oh, yeah.
Like 30 fights. He's fighting IFL. He had 25, 30 fights.
Look, Gideon's talking over here.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just a big fan of his. He's a tough kid. Christoph, he's bald, got tattoos. I think he's a good
He's tough.
Oh, he's a real tough kid. I think
And he's smart too. He does a good job. He's well balanced, and he takes it to the ground. He follows you to the ground. He's not going to stand up and look at you.
Well, he's more of a ground fighter. He says that in every single fight, every single time, he's looking for a Kimura. Whether he's on the bottom, whether he's on the top, he's looking
That's
for a
because he gets it. He should look for it. He gets it every time.
Hey, Steve,
How come nobody's saying his last name? I want to see somebody try to pronounce it.
See, I was trying to avoid that. Steve.
I said it, Krzyzewski.
Nah, I ain't even close.
I'm not even
Shinsky or something like that? I don't know. It's out there.
If he's listening,
I would say
Yeah, spelled over there?
Yeah,
You have it spelled? What's it say?
Oh, I can't read. It's really small.
Alright, send me that thing. I'm getting old. Give that a shot here.
He's like Superman. He's almost in fighting weight. His eyesight's got better, everything.
Szynski, I can do that one, man.
Oh, I'll take one of those. Those are good. They serve those at my deli.
Yeah, that's a decent, man. Szynski.
Hey, Steve, let's talk about May 2nd. That's a week from Saturday.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, actually, that's one of the things I was hoping to cover while I was here. May 2nd, Shea Fetz Arenas on the St. Louis U campus, we're going to try to do the biggest amateur show that's probably come to this area, and probably one of the bigger ones in the Midwest.
I'm excited. I got your card here. Can I start to announce?
Do you have the card in the current order? Where did you get it?
Well, I got it from your partner last night, unless it changed since last night.
No, you should have it right. If there's any changes I've made, I'll let you know. But we're scheduled. You should see something that's scheduled with 17 fights.
All right, hold on.
I only saw the first part of it, and it
fights.
was exciting to me. I thought it was going to be a great card.
Yeah, what we're hoping to do is the way we want to run this thing is we're going to run 5 fights, do a little intermission, do another 5. Give people a chance to go to the bathroom one more time, then we're going to run 7 fights straight out to finish it up. And right now they're all full. Everybody's on weight pretty decently as far as for me checking up with them. I'm excited. If you want, I can run the room a little bit.
Yeah, let's run through it.
All right.
These are some really fantastic matchups.
Okay, the first block, we're going to actually come out of the box with Shannon Walsh versus a guy named Dusty Garner. This should be an interesting fight. They're going to fight at sort of catch weight of 210.
Is this the order they're going to fight that night?
Yeah, this is the order.
Shannon's first fight.
Shannon will be first out of the box.
That's going to be an exciting
Yeah,
fight.
you're going to have him the rest of the night off.
Yeah, well, no, he won't. He'll be busy cornering some of our
I
other
know, but at
guys,
least he'll have to be done with this. That's good.
Yep. So he has the enviable first spot. Shannon's a 2-2 amateur. Dusty Garner is, I believe, and I could have this wrong, 3-0.
Where's he out of?
He comes from Alhambra, Illinois. Fights out of the War Room in Woodrow.
Okay, War Room.
Yeah. And I've seen him before. He's an athletic young kid, a few years younger than Shannon. This should be an interesting matchup.
We got a lot of matches here, so we got to spend
Yeah, let's go
just
quick.
a minute or so. Don't go too quick though, because we.
Well, the ones of note I'll kind of mention. Number 2, Nick Labasco, which is one of Mike Rogers' guys from St. Charles MMA. I think this is his second fight. He's going to go against a kid named Derek Brandon out of Marion, Illinois. Derek's a tough kid. I think they're going to have a real scrap on their hands. It should be 2 strong, muscular kind of wrestler kids going after it. So we'll see what happens there.
Cool.
And then number 3 will be Elvin, who you guys have had on the show here, Elvin Spahich. And he'll be fighting Adam Flowers, who's also been on this show.
Yeah.
And that'll be at 155 pounds.
There's gonna be a step up for Adam Flowers, I think. Jim, I think you'd agree with that. You train Adam.
Yeah, myself and Jason Salufo, and it's going to be a big step up for him because.
Well, both of these guys like each other. So
They
it's
do.
An interesting
I know.
fight.
Well,
We actually made
two
an effort
great
to
guys.
try to break them up, but really there wasn't a good matchup that I had for either guy. I would either have 1 interesting fight or 2 fights that pretty would.
Oh, I see
Adam,
this being
yeah.
a very
These are some of the top 10 fighters.
Adam's got knockout power.
Well,
He's got skills, and
Adam's a good athlete. He's what he doesn't have. The reason it's a step up is length of time training. in
I agree.
the sport.
Yeah,
where,
that's true.
and that's the big
Doesn't spend
difference
as much
for him.
time on the ground. So.
And he hasn't been in the sport that long. For a 4-1 record, he's come along nicely, and he's truthfully only been training for, it'll be, right at a year, less than a year at that point, so.
His last fight was, well, I saw his fight before this one, and I didn't see the first two, but his last fight, he looked so much better than.
He's starting to put it together.
He looked tough.
Anyway, the fourth fight will be a kid named Rob Sherry. He's also one of Mike Rogers' guys. He's a newer fighter. I think he's 2-0 now, actually. He was 1-0 when we set the match. I think he won another fight since then. Supposed to be just a good athlete, all-around athlete. And he's going to go against a kid named Chip Baker from Rochester, Illinois. And Chip has the experience on him. I believe Chip is 4-3 or 5-3. And Chip's kind of a kid that's tough in the clinch, kind of a hard-nosed kid. So we'll see what happens. It's going to be interesting. I think probably Rob's going to be more technical, but Chip may have a solid game that he's able to stick to and apply, and pose.
I'm really excited about the next fight.
Fight 5 is unfortunately me, my old butt out
Steve
there, 41, yeah.
Where you find out, Steve?
Find out at CMMA, that's right. So, but I'm excited. We're going to do a 220-pound catch weight. I originally was wanting to look for a 205 fight. My opponent is a kid named Jason Neenhuser. Neenhuser is how to say that name.
We saw him beat Shannon Welsh, and
he has fought Shannon. He's beat Shannon. Since then, he's also won an amateur title down in Tennessee, so he is a title holder right now.
Won't be fighting for the title.
No title fight here. He's 5-0 right now.
So you didn't pick a homeless guy or something then?
No, I'm not fighting a homeless guy.
You watch this guy when he's getting in the ring. He will not be.
And he's had to cut a considerable amount of weight to get down to this. He agreed to meet me at 220. I'll probably be under that. I'm probably walking at around 215 right now. But I was, 245. I just got down early because I'm old. Looking forward to it. I think Jason's got a fight plan that he sticks to. He's committed to it, and I'm going to have to make sure that we fight my fight plan instead of his, or I'm going to have a long night. So we'll see what happens here.
That's definitely pretty good.
Yeah, he's legit. He's tough, and I expect him. If he's cut that weight, I expect him to come in pretty good shape.
Tell us about our next fight, Steve.
Okay, a little intermission, and then we've got Art Fuller, who's also a War Room kid out of Wood River, fighting Johannes Flogger, which is one of Steve Berger's guys.
Okay.
They both have had a couple of fights. They're both athletic-looking kids. I'm not sure exactly. I think this one's going to be a barn burner. I just don't know if it's a long fight or a short fight. But I don't think it's going to be dull. They're fighting the catch weight of 150. Number 7, we got Carlitos Jones, he's been on this show as well. And Carlitos is going to fight Blake Chatham, who's also a Steve Berger fighter. At 190, a catch weight, Carlitos with having the baby and such, we tried to give him a few extra pounds so he didn't have to.
He was walking around 205, I know, pretty.
Yeah. And then fight 8 is Nick Dionetta from CMMA, the Grant City boy. He's going to fight a kid named John Fasano, who's out of Fairview Heights, Illinois. And Nick's actually moving up a little bit because he wanted to be on the card so bad. I believe, what is Nick's record now?
It's 5-1 or 6-1.
5-1, I think.
Yeah, I think Nick's 5-1. He's 19 years old. He's really doing great. Fasano is a tough, scrappy kid, pretty strong. Fasano actually fought Adam Dunham, Lori's husband, and Dunham was able to give us some feedback on him. And he's going to have the strength and the size, and we're going to see if Dionetta's got the technique and the toughness to win anyway. And then fight 9 is my girl Lori over here.
All right, Lori. Woo!
Yep, Lori Donovan versus Aaliyah Williams. Aaliyah is out of Madisonville, Kentucky.
First time fight?
No, actually, that's what makes this one an interesting one. I'll pause for a moment on this fight. This is a rematch. In Lori's first fight, she fought Aaliyah and caught her off the bat, got on her and pounded her, and actually Aaliyah took a bad cut, and it was a referee stoppage at the end of the first round. And since then, Aaliyah has trained really hard. We've seen Aaliyah come back and fight another one of Lori's opponents and look much improved. So
Lori,
we're making sure Lori is also much improved.
We'll stop on this one for a second.
I am so ready to beat the shit out of her. I'm not even playing. It's on.
Yeah, I think Lori's going to do just
Yeah,
fine.
it's on.
I'm looking forward to it.
Thank you.
The 10th fight of the night is going to be Samir. Samir's also been on here.
Yeah.
Samir Filipovich. He's going to go against Brandon Dudley, who is another one of Mike Rogers' guys. I think Samir is now 3-1. I think Brandon might be 3-0.
Yeah, I think they're both ranked fighters on the 170 pounds.
These guys don't look like cousins fighting.
Yeah.
They're